Rediscovering the background of life. We all live in a world constructed by our thoughts and believe this is the entirety of life. Modern cognitive science reveals that the world we perceive is a combination of information received through our senses. Everything we know and believe is formed by impressions processed by the brain based on what we see, hear, smell, taste, and touch. The key point is that we treat these impressions as reality and create our lives based on what we perceive. Think about a typical day. Even when we aren't influenced by others, life feels full of tension, with countless thoughts arising from nowhere, driving our actions. Day after day, these thoughts, impressions, and actions combine to form what we consider our life. You might ask, what's the problem? We usually don't think there is anything wrong with living this way. But let me ask, are these thoughts and experiences the entirety of you and your life? Our interpretation of life is dominated by external circumstances. We fail to realize that no matter how good or bad, joyful or sorrowful, these life situations are only a small part of the whole. These experiences, which we might call the foreground of life, are shaped by the limited brain. Beyond this, there is a larger, deeper background of life, an expansive source of life and wisdom that cannot be fully understood by our constrained minds. Furthermore, we tend to overlook the presence of a clear awareness that exists before any thought arises. This awareness is timeless, infinite, and unconditioned. It exists in everything from animals and plants to even stones. It's an awareness that doesn't discriminate, categorize, separate, or judge. We can call this the source of life or the background. Without this larger life background, where would these thoughts, impressions, and actions come from? Where would they combine and play out? Where would we experience the richness of life? True life consists of both the foreground, the changing, human experiences of birth, death, and our life stories, and the background, which offers a deeper dimension of life. It is through this background that we discover wisdom, peace, and the potential of all life. In this sense, the source of life is not birth, nor does it end with death. Life is eternal and not bound by worldly limitations. However, we filter life through a limited self. And through this narrow lens, life becomes filled with suffering and impermanence. Finding this life background is liberation, it is transcendence, and the greatest purpose of our existence.